Convertible car seats are a great buy. They give you a lot of use out of one seat. But just like everything else when it comes to baby, there's so many on the market. How do you even know what to choose? By now, you should know I've got you. I'm going to give you a quick start with my top 5 convertible car seats to shop for. Hey guys, welcome back to Define Motherhood. I'm Ashley. If you're new here, welcome to our channel. If you're returning, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell if you want to be notified every time that I post. Please don't forget to visit us at definemotherhood.com, our blog website. We're trying to build community there, so make sure that you create a login and sign in so you can get connected to other moms who are looking to share tribal knowledge. Join our tribe. All right, please remember that none of these products are sponsored. Everything that I'm sharing is my opinion and my opinion alone. This is based on personal experience as well as what other moms have shared with me on their use and research that I've done based on crash test ratings and results on these car seats. Okay, before we get into it, I do want to make some call outs. The first being that you don't have to go over budget in order to get a safe car seat. Keep in mind that every car seat on the market has to meet federal safety standards. Now, there are some that perform better than others, and I'll call that out in my recommendations, but that doesn't mean that something that's a lower price point isn't as safe or safer than something even at a higher price point. Secondly, keep in mind that extra padding or cushy seat isn't always a selling point. If you live in a warmer climate, those extra plush seats are going to mean that it's going to be extra warm for baby, especially if it's in a darker color. And then the third thing, which I mentioned in all of my videos, the safest car seat meets the 3 easies. The first being that it's easy to use, it's easy to install, and it's easy to adjust, okay? So especially in a convertible car seat, as baby grows, you want to make sure that as you're adjusting, you're not sacrificing safety because it's harder to figure out how to make those adjustments. With that being said, my first category of car seat recommendation is what I would call my overall car seat recommendation, or the overall best category. And this guy, I have one, but there's another one by the same brand that I figured I'd mention as like an honorable mention. So the one that really makes the cut is the Britax Emblem. This guy is going to come in at a $199 price point. The honorable mention that I will have is the Britax Boulevard. And this guy is going to offer you a higher price point at $354. But there are some differences in terms of the features that it offers, okay? So between the two, both of these guys are going to support baby from 5 pounds all the way up to 65 pounds. However, the weight and size variation is going to be very different. The Emblem at $199 is going to give you a 19.5 pound total car seat weight, whereas the Boulevard is going to come in at a whopping 29.5 pounds. So with that being said, the larger seat, although it can offer added safety features, is if you're moving it from car to car, a heavier car seat means a more cumbersome in and out process, okay? With that being said, the pros between the two, they both offer you great protection, but as I just mentioned, just because something has a higher price point doesn't mean that it's necessarily better in safety. So surprisingly, the Emblem at the $199 price point actually does outperform from a safety perspective the Boulevard, not by much, but it does. However, I will say that they both offer an easy latch system install, which makes it what I would say is dummy proof. But when it comes to the seatbelt installation, I will give it to the Boulevard. The Boulevard at a higher price point offers a very, very unique seat lift capability, which means you can get right into the chassis, if you will, of the car seat. Nothing in your way or obstructing your view to be able to thread that seat belt through. So it makes installation not only easy, quick, but also allows you to see that nothing is twisted and ensures that you're installing it properly. So that's great. Emblem at $199, you get superior safety and great options. It's just not going to be as high end as the Boulevard. So the Boulevard is going to give you a nicer material. Both are machine washable. The Emblem is going to offer you a 10-point harness system, and the harness system allows 10 different points or levels of adjustment for your baby as they grow taller, so that the seatbelt or the straps always sit at or just above their shoulders. Whereas the Boulevard is going to offer you 14 points on the harness system. So it just gives you a little bit extra variation between each level. The Emblem is going to give you a 3-point recline capability. So essentially you'll have like an all the way tilted, which will be for infant, and then a slight recline rear facing, and then you'll have one position front facing. Whereas the Boulevard is going to provide a 7 recline position capability, which just allows you to adjust baby a few more times or a little bit more as they become more alert or maybe want to see out more. Between the two, like I said, both are great safety options. If you're looking for the highest safety rating, that's going to go to the Emblem of any of the car seats that I'm recommending. But both of these will stop after forward facing, so you will get no booster seat capability out of either. The second category of car seats that I recommend is what I would call the best budget car seat. And this guy is going to go to the Cosco Scenera next. And this is a Walmart exclusive, and I want you to listen up because you're not mishearing me. The price point on this guy is $49.98. Everyday price, no promotion. That's right, under 50 bucks. Which is kind of crazy, right? But this guy is going to give you rear facing as well as front facing. It's going to be super, super compact and lightweight. So it comes in at 10.5 pounds for the unit size itself. It supports baby from 5 pounds up to 40 pounds. So it is a little bit more of a limited range in terms of weight. But these, you'll be able to sit 3 across in most vehicles and they'll fit without issue. I will say that apart from the price, right, that's obviously a huge pro, there are some other added benefits. So the size and weight make it super friendly to travel with. So if you want a seat that you can take on an airplane, if you want something you take on public transportation, if you want a secondary car seat for maybe somebody who's helping you to care for baby or sharing pickup and drop off responsibilities, or grandparents who maybe just want a car seat that they can have just in case, this is a great option. And it'll support multiple grandbabies, right, if they're at different ages because of the weight and forward and front, rear and front facing capabilities that it has. I will say some of the cons to this is it is a very bare bones basic car seat. So you're not going to get any added thrills or frills, right? But it's all you need. Everything that is essential, the material is good, it's still machine washable. And then the second downside for me is that there's no side impact capability or protection on this guy, which there's not a standardized testing. There's no federal regulation for side impact, but for me, it's better to have it than to not have anything at all. However, if you're getting one of these and you're going to put it in the middle seat, then you're good because that's the safest place for baby to be for any type of collision. But if you're going to use it on a side seat, just think about it in terms of if it's an everyday thing versus a backup car seat, that may be okay versus not. The third car seat that I would recommend, or third category, technically the fourth car seat because the first one was a twofer. The third category is what I call the best extended use car seat, convertible car seat. And this for me goes to the Graco Forever car seat. This is probably the most marketed car seat that I've seen in the last few years. So many of you have probably heard of it. But this guy, as a 4-in-1, takes you from rear facing to front facing to high back booster to regular booster seat. So this one car seat pretty much is like the only car seat you'd need for baby until they're not a baby anymore and they don't need a seat at all. They're grown and can sit like us, right? So this guy is going to be $299. I will say for the one that I have for my son, we paid, I think, like $220 maybe. I think we got it during Black Friday. So always look for the promotions, okay? But it does have a $299 regular retail price. It is a more cumbersome car seat in terms of dimensions and weight. This guy is going to be 22.75 pounds. It does support baby, however, from 4 pounds all the way up to 120 pounds. Into the regular booster seat. First pro for me is going to be longevity of the car seat. I'm very much a multifunction person. I want something to last me, especially if I'm going to spend what I would call a fair amount of money on it. And you want it to be able to endure and have durability against what babies and toddlers bring, because trust me, it's a lot. So for me, this guy just really does that. I think that it offers really great material. It's not too plush, but it's still nice, and it's still nice that it's comfortable for baby. The harness itself is a no thread, which the Britax were as well, which just means you don't have to take the harness straps out to thread them back into the next slot. It's just that one latch that you just pull the headrest up and down. So it just is one extra step that you alleviate, so you know that whatever you're adjusting keeps the car seat safe. So it offers you a 10-point adjustment. And then lastly, it does offer a really great tilt and recline capability. I believe there are, if I'm remembering correctly, 6 settings on this. Some of the cons to this are going to be the weight and size. Obviously, it is a much heavier option than most other car seats on the market. You're not going to be able to sit these multiples right side by side in the car. So even if you have an SUV, I have a Pathfinder from Nissan, and these two don't sit side by side, middle seat and a side seat. We have to use an entire row for just car seats because they each have to sit on a side. The last thing, for me, price was a pro, but for some out there, it may not be. If you feel like it's too pricey, the alternative that I would offer you is the Even Flow, and I want to make sure I get this right. The Even Flow Every Fit 4-in-1. It's about $100 cheaper, so it's going to start around $189, $199. I personally just didn't find a lot of research on it, including one of my favorite crash test results or testing lab sites, which I'll link down below for you. So for me, the Graco was just like more peace of mind in terms of safety. But like I said, every car seat on the market has to meet federal regulations, so your baby's gonna be safe no matter the price point, okay? And the last category of recommendation is what I'm deeming the urban lifestyle category. And for this, I would recommend the Combi Coccoro. And this is, and I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, so if I slaughtered that brand, I'm super sorry. But the point is, it offers a really great option for parents who are in an urban lifestyle. So either you take public transportation or you are using like Lyft or Uber and getting in and out of cars and toting this thing around, or anything to that effect. It's gonna come in at $239, and then it's a 14.3 pound weight for the unit, so it's about 4 pounds more than the Cosco, but it does give you some extra features, which I'll get to in just a second. But this will support baby from 3 pounds all the way to 40 pounds, and then you would go into a high back booster or a regular booster after that, depending on age and height. In terms of the pros, like I said, the weight and the size on this guy is phenomenal. So it makes it easy to tote around. It's great for urban lifestyle. But if you also have a more compact car, this guy will allow you to sit multiples side by side. And unlike the Cosco, it does have side impact protection. So I would recommend this if you want to use multiple over the Cosco as a primary car seat. So I think that this is a really great option versus some of the alternatives on the market that maybe are similar in weight but don't necessarily have as much of the protection packed in there. Some of the cons for this, and really the only con that I would say, is the buckle on it. This guy has what's called a puzzle buckle. Some people call it a compound buckle. All that means is you have to snap things in a certain order for it to latch correctly, which it's not the worst that I've seen, so don't think like that's terrible, I'm not gonna get it. But it does add an element of complexity, right? Which, who really has time for that when you have a baby, right? I will say for my friends who are in colder climates where maybe you're gonna be wearing gloves, these kinds of buckles are probably not the ones that you're gonna enjoy using. Or if you just have a very movement heavy baby that doesn't like to get strapped in, this could also create issues for you. But other than that, I would say if you see it in store, they have them at Target and Buy Buy Baby, just check out the buckle. If it's not that big of a deal to you, then just disregard. But if I had to pick a con, that would be it. So I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the thumbs up down below. Thank you for watching. If you have not yet, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to be notified every time that I post. Don't forget to visit us at our blog site, definedmotherhood.com. We post extra content there, including how-tos and some really cool content around activities for your kids and things like that. So make sure you check it out. Don't forget to log in. We're all about the mom tribe and really sharing tribal knowledge. So the bigger the community, the better, the more knowledge we can share with each other from different walks of life, different ways of doing things. So check us out, and thanks for watching. Bye.